Hi, Giselle Turi here. I just wanted to share some information with you today. I just got back from an amazing walk. It felt really good. Took a power walk around the block, a very long block in my neighborhood. And I stopped to graze at a fig tree that has an amazing amount of figs that are now ripe. So I'm sitting there grazing and enjoying this food that's full of life because it's straight from the tree. Highly recommend it. And then this morning before my walk, all I had was some green tea, and I had some cantaloupe, some fresh cantaloupe. I don't like to eat till later, like 10 or 11, so my stomach has a chance to break the night fast a little slower. And then I seem to have more energy because my body's not having to use the energy to digest the food. So it's a good way to start the day. Highly recommend it. And as far as the living foods, the fresh figs and the cantaloupe, for one, the fresher the better, of course. And then if you can, like what I did, is I just picked straight from the tree and ate it. If you can do that, like fresh oranges, or if you have anything growing that you can do that fresh, that's going to be your best bet, because there's still that life force in there, which means you're going to benefit from that. Because, like I say, living foods for living bodies. It just makes sense to me. And so I wanted to talk a little bit about that as far as different diseases in the body. Okay, eating more naturally, fresh, uncooked foods that haven't been heated over 118 degrees. You still have your nutrition intact. You still have your enzymes. You still have the vitamins and minerals in that. And so foods that are adulterated, processed, cooked, fried, whatever, it's pretty much devoid of any nutrition. And you have to eat a lot more to feel satiated, because you don't have the nutrition to take care of the cells and to really take care of your body. And that's where people overeat, because they're not satisfied, because it's cooked. There's the food's not living, and they're not getting the nutrition, so they just want to eat more and eat more and eat more until they're stuffed, so they have empty calories piling up on their body. Also, eating more fresh fruits and vegetables and staying away from meat as much as possible helps with lowering levels of your glucose levels. I am a personal chef for someone, and I have watched her glucose levels go from 300, 400 down to 150, 200 range. And I was around when it was reported that her kidney function had improved. She was losing weight. Her friends were noticing a change. I mean, this stuff works, and it's basically just getting back to nature. It's getting back to how God provided our foods. God, creator, spirit, whatever you want to call it. And it's a personal thing, but it's all that higher power, something that created us and created this world. So to get back to as close as the earth and quit destroying our foods by heating them and putting all these preservatives and gunk in it that is not body friendly is so important. Highly recommend a couple things to study and read. If you're ready to step up in a bigger way to improve your health and to live a more fulfilling, healthy life, it's called The China Study, and the author is T. Colin Campbell, a PhD. And I just wanted to read something briefly out of this and their studies with the Adventists, which are vegetarians. It said they're much healthier than their meat-eating counterparts. These people that have, they say deprived, it's not really deprived, themselves of meat, have also deprived themselves from the ravages of diabetes. Okay, so these are studies. These are not just words that are thrown out there to convince people to, hey, take it easy with, all that meat consumption. But, so it says, compared to the meat eaters, the vegetarians had about 1/2 the rate of diabetes. Also, with dietary changes, being very conscious about what you're putting in your mouth, and putting more fresh fruits and vegetables in your diet, and eliminating animal products. I know a lot of people are going to be crazy about what I'm saying, but hey, I'm learning this, and I know it because I practice it, and I see how things are unfolding, not only in my life, but the people I work with. No dairy, no meat, no eggs, no sugar. Wheat now is being sprayed with, I think it's called glycophosphates. It's very toxic, and that's where people are having problems with wheat. And you may say, well, I don't have wheat intolerance. I don't have celiac disease and all that. But there's a lot of other things. I mean, are you full of energy? Are you feel like you're completely healthy? Are you disease free? Wheat, the gluten can affect you at different levels. Fatigue. All these things. So it's just, since it's been adulterated, and it's best to stay away from it, from gluten, if you really desire health. Now, if you're not ready to step up to living a more vibrant health and being the example for other people, I mean, everybody, you have your own choice, and I honor that. Some people aren't ready to make that kind of commitment because it does take some work, but you have to decide what's important to you in your life. But I just wanted to share that. Also, I know that diabetes in 1 and 2 can be reversed with diet. You can also look at Dr. Gabriel Cousens. He has a center in Patagonia, Arizona, where he's actually taken people that have type 1 and type 2 diabetes, and they've been on a plethora of medications, which once you start getting on medications, that happens, it creates more health issues, and so there's another medicine to cover that. And these people have not only reversed their diabetes, but they were able to get off their other medications. And I just, there's a documentary done through his center, Dr. Gabriel Cousens again, and it's called Raw for 30 Days, Reversing Diabetes. I highly recommend it. There again, this takes a commitment to your health. This takes a commitment to wanting to live a more fulfilling, joyful life, and being 100% responsible for your life, and not making up excuses why whatever. I mean, some of the lines I get is, well, you only live once, I'm going to enjoy it. Well, if your body's ravaged with disease and you're on medications, is that a joyful, fulfilling life? And what an example for your kids to watch. Just something to think about. So I know this was kind of a powerful topic, but my job is to make a difference in people's lives and their health. And when you're healthy in your body, you're more joyful, you're more at peace, and this radiates out into the world. And I don't want to see war anymore. I don't want to see hate crimes. I don't want to see all this unnecessary BS of people hurting other people. And that all starts from here within you, and how you take care of this body temple and how you feed it. So until next time, Ultreya, move forward with courage and in love. Bye-bye.